Hello, beautiful Wild Hearts. My name is Yvonne Wildheart, and I come to you from Jojo Lutherland Country in Central Highlands, Victoria, Australia, in the Southern Hemisphere. So today we are sitting under a full moon, a moon that is coming to the fullness, that will rise at the same time as the sun sets. That's what a full moon is, when you have the sun, the earth, and the moon all in line in that way. So full illumination, the energy of a full moon is full illumination, shedding light in the dark areas, a full spectrum of light that reflects off the sun onto the moon and down to us in the darkness. It is the bringing up the one thing that you want to have growth on. It is, allowing the full moon to shine directly on you so you can gather the full energy as you prepare to descend in the next few days. So here under this Pisces full moon, oh hello, hello Luna, it is the point of, it's 28 degrees Pisces, so it is the last degree in the zodiac, which is about the boundaryless and just stepping into something new, something unknown. We don't know what's unfolding. With this energy, we also have Equinox. Equinox, the exact date here in Australia in the East Coast is on the 23rd this year. And the equinox is all about the balance between light and dark, night and day. But it doesn't last for long. And equinox, the equinox point, so it's the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere and the southern equinox in the southern hemisphere. It's all about transition. We're moving from one thing to another, and that's what I mean. It doesn't stay balanced for not even a second. We move through, and what equinoxes are about is transformation, something moving from one thing to another, and we can't go back. And so here in the southern hemisphere with spring equinox, it's Ostra, or Ostra, it is Ostra, and it's the second fertility festival in the cycle. So the first one was at Imbolc back in August. This is the second one now, and the third one is Beltane at High Spring. So it is a birthing energy. So think of the baby birds that are in the tree. Think of the eggs. It's really, I guess in Christian terms, it's Easter. It's really that celebration of newness, the new little birds and the little eggs and chocolate, celebrating fertility, and the winds change. So spring equinox here on this land is strong winds, and for a good reason, to bring and pick up the seeds and or the pollen, and to spread the pollen. And so plants get fertilized through each other, so that fertilization, that growth. It's also a point where we tell the story of Persephone. Persephone is goes down into the underworld to be initiated. So it's an initiation point on the wheel. It's equivalent to menarche, when a girl gets her first period. It's also, when a boy gets his first wet dream. So it's an initiation from childhood to adolescent to growing up. And Dr. Joseph Campbell speaks about this dark night of the soul that we must go through to be initiated into something new, into adulthood, into eldership. And Dr. Bill Honkton also speaks about this. It's the coming against, adversity and the darkness, and to know what you're made of, to find out your strength. When we come against these things, to move forward, to know that we are, that we are powerful people. We're powerful beings, that when we step into and through that, we can claim our sovereignty. And so with Persephone going into the underworld, we're here. This is the point that we're at. We're at points of transition. In the Northern Hemisphere, they're going through the points of transition into, the death process. But here we're very much in the birthing process. So, it's a good time to think about what is it that you're birthing in your life. What winds of change are sweeping through you, and to allow the change, allow the winds to sweep through you, to move you, to grow, because, if we're stagnant, just like water, stagnant has no life. Stagnant water has no life. It's lifeless. It's life forceless. And so, the feeling of being stuck, and that can be also a thing that we can use. It's a tool. If you are feeling stuck, that's something that we can, use to go, I know this feeling, there's something that needs to shift here. But it becomes a problem when I think we get stuck in it for a very long time. And so to allow the winds of change to move you through. And so, we come out of this, what's happening in the world. I think, what's above is below, is within is without. So what you're feeling and what we're all feeling is this global, point of transformation and transition that we're facing, the dark night of the soul. And of course, when we go through the underworld, and before everything gets very, very loud before that point, you think of that mama who's birthing, who's in that deep transition, when transition happens, that's when the real work starts. That's when it can get really hard and the contractions can be painful, and we breathe through them, and to move our bodies of what we need to do, and to move it through, so we know, there's a beautiful baby that's waiting to be born here. So think about that, what's happening in your life right now, that you are birthing something new, and to move with the contractions, to move with the, knowing that we're all moving through initiation. This is an initiation process. So we can come out of it to leave a better world, to live a better world for ourselves and our children, our great-grandchildren, and so on. It's a good time to think about what kind of planet do we want to leave our children. This is a birthing energy. This is about the children. The effects of what is happening now is going to be felt for who knows, like hundreds of years. We still talk about the wars, right? World War II and World War I. It's still, epigenetics through our very DNA, through generations. It's still felt. It still plays out. And so, how do we want to be for those that are coming through, the little ones who are coming through, and what kind of world do we want to leave them in? So blessings on this full moon of full illumination, and trusting the unknown as we step into this, because the birthing process, the initiation process, the point in the wheel of where the full moon is on the astrology, that 28 degrees Pisces, is all showing us to step into the unknown with deep trust, that expansion, and to sit, and wait to call in something new. This is a dreamy full moon of the dreamscape, and to bring in something new before we move into the Aries energy of the next full moon. So with my heart to your heart, I send you so much love. A couple of things: I am taking counseling clients now. I am we start the next Invoking Inanna journey in January, which is mapping your own very own underworld process, going through letting go, sitting in the underworld, and coming back to reclaim your power. Also, the 4 Seasons journey for the School of Shamanic Womancraft. Sarah Miller and I will be teaching the Victorian Forest 4 Seasons journey for 2022. It is going to be a really awesome journey. If you want to sign up to my newsletter, please do. It'd be great to keep update. We have workshops happening all the time, so With my heart to your heart, I send you so much love as we all journey through this deep transition and transformation.